Hello to all students, I am Professor Masood Fuzail. Today we are going to discuss structure and function of Pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are specialized structure which are found in certain organisms which are known as protozoan, and the group name is amoebae. But first of all, we are going to look at the literal meaning of Pseudopodia. The word pseudo has been taken from pseudos, which means false, and podia mean little feet. It means these organisms have false feet-like structure, which help them in locomotion and feeding purpose. There are 4 different types of pseudopodia found in animal kingdom. The first type is Lobopodia. The second type is Filopodia, third type is Axopodia, and the fourth one is Reticulopodia. Now we are going to discuss each of them in detail. First of all, we are going to discuss the structure of Lobopodia. Lobo means lobe because these feet are lobe-like. So that is why we call them Lobopodia. Lobopodia are found in animals which are known as amoeba or amoebae. Amoebae are special protozoans which belongs to subphylum Sarcodina. Their body constantly changing and they do not have any fixed shape. As you can see in this diagram, this is the outermost layer, which is known as plasma membrane. Inside the plasma membrane there is a nucleus and other organelles, and it contains 2 types of cytoplasm. The outer layer of cytoplasm is known as ectoplasm, while the inner layer is known as endoplasm. Both of these endoplasm and ectoplasm interchange and form pseudopodia, and there are also cytoskeleton, microtubule and microfilaments are also involved in the formation of pseudopodia, but exact mechanism is under debate, and we will discuss in the upcoming lectures. As you know, these foot-like structure which are lobe-like are known as pseudopodia, and right now we are calling them Lobopodia. First of all, if animal wants to move from one place to another place, or it finds a piece of food and it wants to engulf it, first of all it moves its ectoplasm and endoplasm towards the direction of the movement. Ectoplasm changes into endoplasm, and then endoplasm again changes into ectoplasm, and at the same time microtubules and microfilaments are formed, and a structure is formed on the surface of the animal's body, which is known as pseudopodia. Now we are going to call it Lobopodia. Lobopodia will help the animal to move from one place to another place. As Lobopodia are formed, cytoplasm moves inside these Lobopodia and drag the animal towards the direction of the movement. If the animal is eating a food, it engulfs the food particle and form a food vacuole, and which later then digested inside the body as a digestion inside the cytoplasm. The digestion usually takes place inside the cytoplasm, inside the vacuole, with help of enzyme, which is known as intracellular digestion. The second type of pseudopodia are known as Filopodia. Philo mean thread because they are thread-like. They are also present on some amoebae and foraminifera. Foraminifera are also amoeba-like organisms. They usually found in oceans, and they are very primitive organisms which used to live for many years. They usually have shell which are known as tests, which are made up of calcium carbonate or silica. Usually they have thread-like, as you can see in this diagram, thread-like pseudopodia. I have enlarged it to show the detail. These thread-like pseudopodia are known as Filopodia. These Filopodia are only involved for feeding purpose, and only ectoplasm of the body is involved in the formation of Filopodia. It moves in the form of a conveyor belt. in opposite direction. First of all, if some food particle is to move, it can move the plasma membrane in one direction and move the food inside the body, and from it can also move backward as a conveyor belt fashion. So usually this type of pseudopodia are involved in the transport of the food. The third type of pseudopodia are known as Axopodia. Axopodia, exo mean axial because they are in the form of axis. Usually these pseudopodia are present in haliozones. Haliozones are also amoeba-like organisms which are found in marine water. The example of haliozone is Actinocepharium, as you can see in this diagram. As in the black, this is the organism which is amoeba-like. It has a cytoplasm, in the blue color, nucleus, and also plasma membrane. This animal is surrounded by a shell, as you can see in the red color. This shell is known as test, which is made up of calcium carbonate, calcareous shell, or siliceous cells. These shells usually have pores in it through which cytoplasm, plasma membrane of the animal organism comes out for feeding purpose. As you can see here in the diagram, the long thread-like, axis-like Axopodia are emerging from the shell, and they help to feed the food. As you can see here, it is going to capture a food particle and then it is going to move inside the organism in the form of a food vacuole where intracellular digestion will take place. So these podia are present in the form of an axis all around the body, so that is why these podia are known as Axopodia. The final and the last pseudopodia are Reticulopodia, which are in the form of a network, net-like. Reticulo means network. These types of pseudopodia are present in foraminifera. As I already mentioned, foraminifera are found in marine water. They are usually involved in the formation of chalk and limestone deposits in the oceans because their dead bodies, their tests, deposit and form a mud-like structure at the bottom of the oceans. Foraminifera example of foraminifera is Globigerina. It is an animal, amoeba-like animal, which has a test or shell on the surface of the body. Their pseudopodia is just like Filopodia, but they usually are interconnected and they form a network of pseudopodia, as you can see in this diagram. There are also ectoplasm involved in the formation of pseudopodia. They are also involved in only for the feeding purpose. As you can see, the food particles come in contact with the pseudopodia. It moves like in the form of a conveyor belt and moves the food particles into the cytoplasm and plasma membrane, forming a food vacuole, and then food vacuole is transported to the cytoplasm where intracellular digestion is going to take place. So in this way, today we have tried to understand the concept of structure and function of pseudopodia. I hope you have understood it. If you do, please like it, subscribe it, comment it, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.